Hi, my name is Isa Kirk, and this is meant to be a short introduction about myself. I was born and raised mostly in Munich, Germany, went to school and college there, and worked in the pharmaceutical industry as CRA for a while. But my interests were soon drawn to alternative healing, usually because of myself, because of issues that I had. And as an avid animal lover, especially horses, I yearn to live also in a home surrounded by nature rather than in a big city or even a small town. After a couple of visits in the Bighorn Mountains in Montana, I finally found the courage to move with my horse in 1995 to the United States. This is a long story. That's for another time. I was very fortunate and came to live my life long dreams in one of the most beautiful areas of the United States of America, the Black Hills of South Dakota, at Plenty Star Ranch, which is our home, and since then, just a few miles south of Custer, South Dakota, in the southern hills, surrounded by national forest. Just ideal for me and my horses. First, we raised and trained Spanish Mustangs, and my husband and I operated a horse campground. People coming to us with their horses and RVs and riding our area. Besides having guests from Europe for training and for groups and things like that. This activity came to a screeching halt in 2006 due to cancer and the severe side effects of the treatments. I had cancer. I had to sell the horses. We had to give up the business. I had to very slowly recover. After many years of recovery, guests can now visit us again during the summer months and book our two log camping cabins that Jack built himself. And we have a Lakota teepee and several tent and RV sites, as well as a secluded wilderness glamping site, we call it that way, in a remote valley without any other guests and of course no power. It's beautiful up there. You will find Plenty Star Ranch on Airbnb and HipCamp, and hopefully soon also at my own website. It's in the making, might take a while. Very soon after I moved to the U.S., I met Molly Rowland from Lander, Wyoming at a holistic fair, who is a clear channel for a multitude of spiritual masters and other non-physical supportive beings of the highest light. We stayed in contact over all those years, and I became a dedicated student of Ascended Master and World Teacher Saint Germain, the Council of Light. In the years following my brush with cancer, compassion and love and gratitude for life's blessing more and more overcame ingrained habits of anger and fear and not enough and what ifs and all these things. When you brush life and death so closely, a lot of things become irrelevant that were important before. The strong desire to focus on the beauty of life grew, and in rekindling my passion to focus on the positive of life, healing the disharmonies in myself, and I had plenty of side effects and still have some. Already trained for many years in Germany, I have since successfully assisted many people and their animals with alternative and natural healing ways, including, but not only, Bach flower remedies, which I was introduced to in Germany before I came, and then my own creation of Black Hills flower essences and products that I made with them. The knowledge that the flowers that grow around your home are the ones that are meant for you and not the ones overseas or somewhere remotely in the world. It's not that you can't use them, but they're not as efficient as the ones that grow right where you live. More about this healing modality will come in my video about Black Hills flower essences. Just look for it in the next few days. Remembering my schooling as hands-on healer and intuitive psychic reader, which was secretly encouraged by my grandmother from an early age, and later refined by the spiritual healers of England, I started offering both gifts again in person at our home, and the psychic readings also at holistic fairs in the surrounding towns, as well as over the phone. using ancestral tarot card decks, which is to this day resonates strongly with me, and I'm still doing this on a daily basis. I will talk a bit more about the healing and readings in the video, Healing with Energy and Intuitive Tarot Readings. Again, that'll be another video. Last but not least, besides the passion of nature and healing, painting has always played a big role in my life. I just had realized early in life that I did not only have the ability to hear people's thoughts and emotions, but also intuitively felt the different qualities of energies of each day. It was something that I just knew, but it was never anything that I pursued for a long time. And while spending more time now painting portraits and designing my own marketing literature and greeting cards from my artwork, we also started a vegetable garden in 2008, just to eat healthier after the cancer. I was a city kid without any experience in gardening, so I picked up a book which had been given to me by a friend many years before, and of course promptly ended up in the bookshelf. I've never looked at it until then. The title was Gardening by the Moon by Johanna Paugner. It was an eye-opener because the moon rhythms, or the cycles in nature, encompass everything in our life, not just gardening. Following the example of her German moon calendars, which I then had, this led in 2013 to the creation of the first annual lunar zodiac calendar for 2014 in English, and for our time zone here in the hills, which is mountain time, and standard holidays, US holidays, plus a lot of other things in that calendar. I have been creating and improving these annual calendars over the years. Of course, I named them recently Living by the Moon, in tune with nature's rhythms and ancient Celtic almanac wisdom. Celtic because this is truly the group of people that lived by those rhythms as they moved and through Europe, all of Europe, and most of it came with them, if it wasn't already there in the area, but it was refined by them. So that's, I called it why that. Knowing about natural rhythms can be very helpful, saving time and effort in the process, and certainly improves our intuitive notion when it comes to weather and chores. And it can really improve our health. It did for me, that's for sure. I'm going to offer, I'm going to offer a short weekly live Facebook session on the important things for the following weeks. That's what I recently decided. I'm going to start this Sunday, and I'm going to follow through as long as there's any interest for those videos, just talking about the week ahead, what's important, what's not, what's favored, what's not, specific dates, specific things, and a little bit more about this. I have a 2-hour introductory video on YouTube and on Facebook, but it's a long video and it encompasses everything. So the few minutes videos every week might just help getting into the groove, and then you can ask questions on the live video, and then I'll post them afterwards on YouTube and on Facebook, so you can watch them anytime you want to and ask questions, of course, afterwards too. The next projects I'm working on is a book about my Black Hills flower essences, which will be illustrated with my own flower paintings, and also a few stories that I gathered over the years when I was using and administering flower essences and the circumstances, so people get an idea what flower essences are compared to essential oils or other healing modalities. It's not one better than another. They just address the subjects of our symptoms in a different way. My name is Isa Kirk, ISAKIRK. If you want to look me up on Facebook, befriend me, or on YouTube, the channel is listed under my name, and I'll be happy to share with you what I know, and welcome all your questions. My products are that I made with flower essences and artwork and other things, skin creams and things, are available partially on Facebook. The calendars are anyways, and most of them will be available or are available on Etsy, in my store there, which is called BH Black Hills BH Flower Essences. Thank you for listening. This is it. See you next time.